All right, so we're here with some of the members of the EG StarCraft team, LZ Gamer, In Control, and Machine. I haven't been able to catch an interview with you guys yet, so you want to tell me how you guys have been doing? You want to start?
Let me hold it. So, yeah, today was the first day of WCG. I'm in Group B, and so the group is me and Inca, Machine, G5, and Korini, which is a new up-and-coming StarCraft player. My first games were against Korini, which he blew me out of the water by 2-0ing me, and then in my second match of group play, I had to play Inca from Evil Geniuses as well, and then I 2-0'd him. So I'm 1-1 in group play so far, so not too bad.
I'm in Group A, unlike these two guys, and I played some excellent players. CGantis Idra is top dog here. Everyone's expecting him to win or crash horribly. Well, he came out and won, so he's doing really well. I didn't play him yet, but I'm looking to play him tomorrow and feeling pretty good. And then I've got Evil Geniuses Nyoken and Evil Geniuses Louder, both really top contenders. I lost to Louder, and I've yet to play Nyoken, but I did beat Artosis today. He's an old Hagley player from Korea who is a commentator. He's basically the Bob Costa, so there's no real honor there, but he used to be a good player. So it was really nice. I'm feeling strong, confident, surrounded by Evil Geniuses everywhere. It's really nice to have that union. And then I'm in my element. You know, I'm at a gaming tournament, so I'm looking to do better.
Like my brother Jake, I'm also in the Group B tournament, or the Group B. I'm 2-1. My first match, I ran into my arch nemesis G5, who beat me 2-0. Couple close games, didn't shake me too much. The next round, I ran into Evil Geniuses Inca. Very, very close games. 2-1 came down to very deciding moments in the game. And my third match, I ran to Korini. Ended up beating him 2-1, but he's, that doesn't explain it. He's a very, very solid player. It could have gone either way. I'm looking forward to playing Jake tomorrow to see, if I move on to as top 2 in my group or not. And that's pretty much it.
All right, so I know you guys have all experienced a loss so far, so do you think that sets you back a little bit? Like, do you really stress out about your loss and really hone in on what you did wrong and kind of dwell on it, or are you just kind of, okay, I'm done with that match, I got to press forward and see if I can go from there?
I think it's more of motivation. I came into it with high hopes of how I'm going to do, and it started off terrible. It was like the worst feeling in the world, and then it kind of motivated and pushed me to try harder and do better. And I think that's exactly how it fueled me to press on in this tournament.
I have to compare it to poker. Like, whenever I big stack it early, I end up usually losing because I get too confident, inflated. I start thinking about what I'm going to spend the money on or my success. And when that happens, I end up playing a lot worse or looser than I normally do. And that's exactly what I did in StarCraft, or do. So it was actually kind of nice starting off 0-1. And I lost to a great player, and I played solid. So it's not like I have this looming excuses over my head or I'm upset about anything. I lost fair and square, and then I went from there and I won some games. So I'm on the upswing, and I still control my destiny. If I win out, I'm going to advance. It's going to be really tough, but if I do, I can win. So I'm really happy about that.
Like Jeff, I had to play a very tough opponent first round. I knew it was going to be tough. It was going to come down to teeth and nail to see who decided it. And I lost. No big deal. It didn't hurt me at all. I knew he was going to be a really tough player, and I kind of, it is what it is. I ended up being able to come back from that and winning my next 2 matches. And so now it's just down to the final game, I guess. See who goes on.
All right, so we're missing, I think, 3 other StarCraft players. So can you tell me a little about how EG is overall doing in the tournament? I know you guys are kind of dominating the whole StarCraft area with 6 players out of 10, I think. So how is our team doing?
Well, the 3 before you all control their own destiny, with the exception of, I think Jake's got a little bit tougher road, but he can still win out, and he can still advance. Bryce is doing really well. I'm doing okay. Like I said, we all control our own destiny. And then there's Louder, who turned a lot of heads, just like he did last year when he took 3rd place. He's actually winning big games. He's playing really well. He beat Nyoken, a really solid Evil Genius Terran. And then there's EG Inca, who's at his first LAN ever, one of the toughest things to do. And he's coming out giving everyone good games, and I think he even won a series. Or if he didn't, he at least gave really good games. I'm not sure on that score. But EG's doing really, really well. Like, we all came out, and as she said, it's really funny that 6 out of the 10 players are from the same team. I mean, how often does that kind of thing happen? So we lose, we like hang our heads, then we look at the other guy and we say, like, you know, screw you. But then we smile, and we're going to go get dinner and see a movie together. So it's a really fun atmosphere. It's definitely different, though.
So what are your expectations for tomorrow? I mean, I'm sure you guys are hoping that you'll place out and whatnot, but I mean, if you go past that, are you really confident that you'll be able to do really well? Maybe place top 4? Yeah?
Well, like Jeff said earlier, Idra is definitely the most dominant player in this tournament. You know, he's not showing anything yet. He's been completely dominating his opponents. It's going to be very tough to beat Greg, but as far as if it's possible to make out of groups and make top 4, I think we can all do it so far. And, well, yeah, I'm so bad at it.
As far as expectations, G5 in Group B, a guy who used to be with the Evil Geniuses, is actually looking really strong. He's at the top of his group. And interestingly enough, he is actually Idra's arch nemesis. Whenever they practice, the two look the same, only G5 is like 7 feet taller than Idra, and he always beats him. So Greg, who is supposed to beat everyone and thrash everyone, still has his giant clone in the other group who's actually doing really well. So it's kind of that interesting drama. But as far as Evil Geniuses go, there's some guys who are looking really good, like Louder could advance. And then in Group B, Machine's doing really well. And as far as myself and what I expect to do, you know, I've got to pull out some pretty magical stuff tomorrow. If I lose to Idra, like I probably should, I'm actually hoping that Artosis, the haggly old Terran from Korea, could turn some heads and beat David, who is an Evil Genius guy, which is interesting. So now I got to root against Louder. But if that happens, there will be a tie, or I'll advance, something like that. And then I have new life. So I'm hoping for that kind of event. And if that happens, you could look to see me in the top 4 again.
Going in with the expectations to win my group. I don't know about, I'm probably not going to finish first, but you know, just advance to the top 2 of my group and get to the final 4. You know, what happens there, it all just depends from who qualifies from Group A. So it, you know, could go in any way for anybody here. So.
All right, thanks for your time. I hope you guys enjoy your movie tonight, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.